Hey, just in time.
Hey, I'm eating dinner.
I just popped into the stream. Hey, everybody. Okay. All right, we have sound. Hey everybody, it's Brooke and welcome to another week of our virtual knit night where we just hang out and get up to some knitting stuff. I'm here with my sister Aldia and hopefully there will be some other people popping in. Alright, I just need to... I'm just uploading to Instagram.
I have to take
What?
I have to take a few of my stitches out on my cowl because I was supposed to be doing the cabled row and I forgot about it.
How much have you gotten done on it? Hey Evelyn!
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
You feeling better this week?
Yeah, much better.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the weeks on treatment are always rough. This is a break week.
Right. We're just getting started. I hate how Instagram never saves your Facebook login, and like lately every time I get ready to post something and share it to Facebook, it makes me type in my password.
I haven't had that problem.
Yeah. And I need to get my link. To change in my bio. Sorry, I was a little bit behind today. I was working on some other stuff. I got my application done to vend at Eastern Market here in DC. So that should be really exciting if they let me do it.
Is it hard to get in?
I don't know. I have no idea actually how stringent their process is. But there's not a whole lot of like similar products there, so that works in my favor.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm getting the hang of this thing. 2 weeks ago, we had to work out the audio issue because we had no audio the whole time. And then last week, we had the wrong had the wrong resolution setting, so that my internet couldn't take it. So we fixed that, and so now we're good to go for a while.
Nice.
Hi, Rolo. What's up? Stop. Calm down.
So, that you switched. Oh, sorry.
What'd you say?
You said that you switched from the Sizzle Pop Shawl to something else?
Yeah, to the Marley. It's just a simple triangular shaped brioche shawl, and it has the same increases every time, and mostly it's just regular brioche knitting rows, so it's definitely a lot simpler. And so I think I'll be able to achieve that.
And starting out with something like the Marley for a first time brioche knitter instead of going into something complicated like the
Yeah, definitely. Like, I was definitely getting way ahead of myself with trying to go with the other one, with the Sizzle Pop, or the first one that I was going to do. The first one I was going to do, I didn't do that one because it didn't have enough, like, instructions on how much yarn she needed for the border, and she had called out 125 grams for her main color, and I only have 100 grams of it, so that wasn't going to work for me. What are you working on? I saw you finished your hat. It turned out really, really cute.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like it. I've for a couple hours today, I've been working on the Winthrop cardigan that I started.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going really fast, but someone asked me to make, have you seen those articles about little baby, like, octopi, crocheted octopi?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I have.
So I just started one.
Okay. It's cute. I like it.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
I'll pull out the Winthrop so you can see. That's what I have. So.
Oh, I love that. Is that a lace detail?
Yeah, so it's stripes, stockinette, and then the lace.
Okay.
It never gets boring, and it never gets, like, tedious.
Right, that's perfect.
I really like it.
I'm gonna add that to my queue so I don't forget it.
And the pattern is pretty, like, it's well written, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's important.
It's easy to follow. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's cute. She's a well-known designer.
Mm-hmm. I like a lot of her cardigans. I was gonna try something like a different, like the Agatha, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw this yarn, I thought that it matched this cardigan better.
Yeah. What kind of yarn is it?
Shepherd's wool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you mentioned that in one of the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that wool. Literally love it. It's so squishy and soft and nice.
Yeah, this is my first time working with it, but I'm enjoying it, and it has a lot of depth of color too.
Mm-hmm. So the Shepherd's Wool Crazy is a yarn that they have like only sometimes, and in it they combine their mill ends, so you'll get like a few different random color combinations in every skein, and that was my first kind of exposure to like that variety of color within one skein, and
Right.
was definitely like pivotal in, I think, the development of Fully Spun as an idea. So if you ever hear about it or run across it, definitely grab one because it's really rare. Like, they rarely have it, but it's a really cool yarn.
Is it usually sold at fiber stores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just your local yarn shop.
I got this at Fiber Space.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Are you gonna still be at the Maryland Sheep and Wool this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna go just on Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Are you going?
Yeah, Aldi and I are gonna go, and that's when we're planning to go as well.
Are you gonna go to the podcaster meetup thing?
No, what's that?
I saw a Ravelry thread about it. I think. Well, let me see if I can find the link. There's like a meetup for a couple hours in the dining hall.
Okay.
That I know Maria of Ninja Chickens is going to. I know Jenny from what's the name of her podcast? Her Instagram is Tiny Paper Foxes.
Okay.
Handmade and Woolen.
Okay.
And I don't know who else, but I think that's where I saw the Ravelry thread.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely go to that. If you'll send me the link.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good thing to go to. My mill is gonna be there, and then Nitty and Color. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she does like really cool, bright, vibrant neon colorways with like black speckles and stuff. And I really want some of her yarn, and so I'm gonna stop by her booth. But those are the only two that I have outlined so far, and I need to let my mill know that I'm gonna be there, and I hope I can meet her. She's amazing. So I haven't, for this blanket, I cast on 60 stitches, and I'm knitting it in the round, and I haven't made it around yet, but I'm nervous. I hope it's not twisted.
Sorry. The link is in. Sorry, what were you just saying?
Oh, I was saying that,
You haven't made it around yet, but you were already worried about something?
Oh, yeah, I'm, like, just nervous about it twisting because it was 600 stitches that I cast on for this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the round.
It's gonna make noise again because I clicked the wrong video.
That's okay.
So this is like super tedious.
Oh, are you picking back stitches?
Yeah. I have about 20 more to go because I only missed one cable part, so I just have to undo it up until here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. It's so pretty, Aldia.
Thanks, that was the wrong side.
Mm-hmm. Are you on your computer today?
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Thanks.
The resolution.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I have a little bit of a cough.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Just a Ravelry thread link. So my screen was up on a different page to find the link, so I didn't see what you were making. Is it okay? The computer says your name is Jordan, but your sister's calling you something else. So I'm afraid I'm calling you by the wrong name.
No, you can call me Jordan.
Okay.
Aldia is just her middle name. That's what that's what I grew up calling her. But her first name is Jordan.
Okay.
So I'm still
it's so big. It looks like a sweater.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the cable pattern.
Thanks. I'm almost done. I haven't measured it in a while, but I'm trying to get it to, I think it was like 9 inches, and then I can do the bind off row.
If you're not there, you're definitely close.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to end on a purple row or end on a gray stripe?
I want to end on purple. So I'm getting pretty close here, and I'm on purple right now. So
right, and then you'll do the ribbing in gray.
Yeah, right. So
Okay.
it's looking like I might have to. It might either be too long or too short if I want to keep it like purple gray at the end.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I'm gonna finish this purple round and then see if I'm going to just do gray or if I want to do 2 more rounds to make it even.
Right. Awesome.
But I'm currently taking off stitches. What do you call it?
I mean, it's not really frogging.
Yeah, because I accidentally knitted over a cable part where I was supposed to put a cable. So I'm trying to go back now, and it's kind of like tedious.
Like tinking, is that the word?
Yes, that's the word.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
It's backwards knitting. Kind of. I got my Knit Picks box in today.
Nice. What'd you get? Your sock blanks?
No, I got my yarn for my starting point shawl, the Joji Locatelli mystery knit along that starts in the middle of May, and then I got the sock blockers in that bag I was telling you I fell in love with.
Right. So it did come with 2 sock blockers, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Just making sure.
Silly.
So
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I started this cable-y scarf. I'll show it to you. It's hold on. This is all I have so far. It's very small.
Oh, I like that.
It's cute. I like the cables.
Yeah.
So the pattern gets more advanced as I go. I don't know if you can see, but like it's going cable crazy at the top.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
So I'm excited because I love cables.
Yeah. That was a Knit Picks pattern?
And yes, it was.
Cool.
It's called Bridget's Scarf and Hat. I can show it to you. Hold on.
Is it worsted weight?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Look at it. You see?
It's kind of like whited out. It's hard to see the detail.
Silly.
But yeah, it's called the Bridget Hat and Scarf, and it is, I don't know, it doesn't say what weight it is, but it's Peruvian Highland wool.
Yeah, it's the worsted. Aldia was mad because in the picture it looks like white yarn, but what comes in the kit is the Wool of the Andes Bear, which, you know, like bear wool is not white. It has like a tint to it, and Aldia's mad. And I told her she couldn't bleach it at home.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna start it because like the picture is very white, and when the yarn came, it was like yellow.
Rude. False advertising.
Yes, exactly.
But as I'm knitting it, it's looking great. I'm happy with it.
Good.
I mainly got it so I could practice cables so that I can learn for doing this project with my cowl, but I just jumped right into the cowl before even anything.
Have you guys started your grandfather's sweater yet?
No, I haven't yet. I keep obligating myself to knit too many things.
Mm-hmm.
But I finished that shawl I was working on well ahead of schedule. And my next priority is the shawl for your knit along. And I'm hoping I can get it done before the mystery knit along starts. But that's like next week, so yeah.
I've never done a mystery knit along.
So I seem to like serially purchase the pattern and then never knit the knit along with the knit along. Somehow something always comes up. And then after, I also never knit the knit along. So I just waste my money, basically. But in this case, I've got the yarn, I've got the needles, and I'm ready and excited. And the Creatrix Mystery Knit Along, which I was wanting to do last month, I do intend to make that. Like, that shawl is actually really beautiful. I just have to do it.
So, for the knit along that you're doing, is that the yarn you got in Boston?
No, so some of it was in my stash. One skein was the sock blank that I dyed, and I didn't upload that video yet. And then the rest of it is the Knit Picks stuff I just bought. I actually can go grab it and show you.
Okay.
I was surprised to see the before and after of the sock blanks. It's like, it's so hard to imagine what they're gonna unwind as.
Yeah, it really is. So this is the one that was the sock blank. Oh, my camera's over here. And you can't see the colors well, but it's like teal and navy. And then this was what I already had in my stash. And this is Knit Picks Gloss in Robot and Gray. And like this is like a mint color. Like a light mint color. And then these are, I got some more Knit Picks Gloss in Hawk and Navy.
Oh, okay.
So these are the 5 colors that I'm going to be using.
For this is for the starting point one?
Yeah, So I'm excited.
Details about like how to choose your colors if you don't know what it's going to look like?
She gave advice, and she had her colors, and she said basically pick 2 light colors, 2 dark colors, and like a speckly color. So that's what I did. And I just wanted to make sure like the overall scheme was something I could wear a lot at work. So that's why I went with the grays and blues and then the green. And I wanted to use stash as much as possible, so I had those 2, which I found out in searching through my Ravelry that I actually purchased for another mystery knit along that I never did.
That's funny.
Which is ironic. And then this is the bag that I got.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, and I saw it on another podcast, and I need to find out her name. I like you ever like watch a podcast and like immediately fall in love with the person?
Mm-hmm.
That's how watching her was. So I ordered this from Knit Picks, but the tag says Danica Studio, DANICA travel bag.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some really cool other patterns on the tag. And that's why y'all can't see that, can
Not really.
you? Okay. Well, darn it.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like look it up and maybe buy even more bags, which is sad because I don't need to be spending more money right now. And then my soft blanks.
I actually need a project bag, seeing as I started a new project with my scarf.
I was using an old rice bag.
That's so funny. That's a good idea. That's like a very hipster thing to do.
It's more that I haven't put aside money to buy anything else. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I've been really tempted to get some fabric to make some more bags lately. But yeah, and I got my sparkly black yarn so I can finish up my socks, which I'm excited about.
Right. Have you got to the heel yet?
Yeah. Is this them? Oh, yeah, because my podcast doesn't go up till tomorrow. I was like, you didn't see it? This is the other one I was working on, and that's where I put the heel. And I think I'm pretty much done with the foot because I also have to do the toe, which is 2 more inches. So I put that on a holder and I started on the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm close to finished. This I got this done in like a week. So yeah, I really like this yarn a lot.
Well, that's good.
And the gauge is better once I switch to zeros and less stitches.
Right.
Yeah. So I also discovered that you can schedule a video on YouTube, which last time I was YouTubing was a long time ago, and at that time there were a lot of requirements to become a partner. But in between then, the requirements became less, and I had one video that got a whole bunch of views. So when I came back to YouTube, I was able to be a partner, which is a requirement to schedule videos. So that worked out a lot better, being able to upload ahead of time, because it takes like a couple hours for each video to upload.
And it just comes out when you want it to come out?
Yeah,
That's nice. Cool.
Yeah. It's very nice. Carmen said she might be able to make it this week, but I got the link up on Patreon late.
Have you had a few other people join in?
Yeah, last week, one of my friends from college, she joined. Her name is Tayo, and that was fun. She's working on some socks that she's had on the needles for years that she never finished.
Thankfully, it didn't freaking matter.
Yeah, it was the Hermione's Everyday Socks.
Oh yeah, I've thought about starting a pair of those.
Yeah. I should too, now that I have all this colorful sock yarn from my sock blanks, which I think I'll be dyeing a lot of just to get the hang of the technique, because I really, really enjoy it.
How was it different than you expected? Just like the way the colors bled, or?
Yeah, so the first time it was like out of control, like spreading, because I think what causes it to pool so much is the fact that it's on the saran wrap, and so the liquid has nowhere to go but into the yarn, and it's just a little bit different than even just dyeing a skein of yarn. It definitely does not stay where you put it unless you use the resist. So I had better results the second time with the resist, and I can grab the other one and show you.
So you put it on some sort of rack to let it drain?
No, resist is like, it's similar to like a medium that you'd use in painting, but it's like a thick, I don't know what it's made of, but it's thick, and you put dye in it and a little water to your desired consistency, and then it's like just like paint, and it'll stay exactly where it is, and the dye won't bleed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with this one, I just literally painted it all on, and it turned
cool.
out the way I wanted.
That's really fun.
That's pretty.
Thanks. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. It's like it feels just like actually painting, which I love to do. I just don't get a chance to do much, and don't have a whole bunch of places to put my paintings. So.
Are you trying to work toward being able to sell those in your shop?
I think so, but I need to work on the technique and come up with a concept more. I think I'm definitely going to lean in the vein of like actual art more so than just like a lot of people just like throw some dye on it, and so it's just like kind of looks like tie-dye and then comes out with cool colors, but like that's not what I'm going for. Like I want it to actually like be a piece of art before it's unraveled and made.
Right.
And that I think is in line with my overall shop concept.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I forgot to eat again before we got started. I'm hungry. What were you eating, Aldia?
What, my cow?
I said, what were you eating for dinner?
Oh, I had a salad in a jar, but then I had made some lemon chicken. Like on Sunday, I think. So I just heated some of that up and put it on the salad.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a cold, so.
Yeah, you don't have much of an appetite.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, Evelyn, I went to the shop you recommended, Dancing with Wolves.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was really nice. I got some needles and got some stuff spun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely be going back out there.
Oh, good. I'm glad you could try it out.
I didn't even know they were down there.
I don't know how I heard about them. I wanted to explore Richmond a little bit because I haven't spent much time there. Do you have any recommendations of what to do there?
I like going downtown and walking near the murals, and there's a lot of bridges that you can walk over the water, and it looks really pretty. And there's also down by the James River, there's rocks. I don't know if you like doing outside stuff, but there's like rocks by the river that you can walk out onto the river on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've really only gone down. I think the only time I've really spent time in Richmond was when we went to see shows at the Altria Theater.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not very familiar.
You can also go to Belle Island. Belle Isle. Isn't that what it's called, bro?
Yeah. Walk down I'm not going to say it.
I was avoiding saying it, but yeah. It's a good walk.
Uh-huh. By the water. The canal.
I'm missing something.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, you live in Virginia, so you understand how much they love their history. So Richmond has, it's like a path down by the canals, and it's called, the Slave Trail or something. And like on it they have points about history or whatever, but it's just like I don't know, I find things like all of the like memorials and monuments to these Confederate whoever's like to be a bit offensive. And so we were walking down there and we weren't expecting it, and they have this big sign talking about the slave trail, and we're like, what? Like like that's a thing? Like this is a place in your city that you're proud of? Okay. But at the same time, you don't want to erase your history either, so
it was done in kind of like a proud way.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like we're proud we have slaves. We had slaves, but it was just I don't know. I mean, to call it out as a slave trail and call out, I guess, their participation in the slave trade and what happened there, I think shows pride in it. And I think that's just a very particular, I think it's a cultural thing around here.
Yeah.
And I think
you go to the more historical places, even in Virginia.
And I think that's just a product of where we are, because this is the center of where all of the Civil War stuff happened.
Yeah.
So just because they happen to be on the losing side, you know, doesn't necessarily mean that they won't put up stuff about their history. So, you know. I mean, it would be like, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like you can't, it would be wrong to pretend it never happened, but it shouldn't have any note of like pride or legitimacy,
right,
in telling of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great way to put it. It's kind of like the American History Museum had a Monticello exhibit a few years ago, and I was really disappointed in it because it kind of legitimized Jefferson having slaves by saying like, oh, he was obligated to have slaves because they were so integral to the economy at the time, and he was conflicted on the choice, which is like, if you're conflicted about forcing people to work for you and murdering them and raping them and all of that, then you just don't do it. Like, there's no,
right,
like, you can not do it and feel conflicted about it, but you can't own slaves and do all the things that Jefferson did and be conflicted. Like, those two things don't work together.
Right.
But the American History Museum is really tailored towards kids, so I feel like the people who wrote that exhibit were not looking through it of a lens of, they were looking through it of a lens of like trying to be as like PC as possible, even though the reality of it is far from it. So, but I feel like it's that sort of thing of just like really surface, you know.
I mean, I just didn't like it as much because I just didn't expect it, you know. So
that's real. Man, oops.
I don't know. The slavery is not something you want to be reminded of, like, just randomly. I'd rather be prepared. I'm going to be in a situation, you know?
Right. We out here playing Pokemon Go. Just trying to live our lives.
Yeah. But it's a very beautiful little trail.
Yeah, it's just so nice.
I really like all the murals down there.
Yeah, they have some cool art. And they actually have like an area where you can drive up and park, and you'll be right there, right by the park and by the water. and you don't have to go all the way down, because we started like down at the end of the canal and we walked all the way up.
Yep.
But you can just go straight to the park section.
I'll have to look into it. Have you been to the African American Museum in DC?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is it well done?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like literally everything that you could ask for. And I learned a lot while I was there, which I think is definitely really cool. Like, definitely. So the way it's set up is you go in on the ground level and you go down to the history part, and the culture part is upstairs. And we went around the history part, but by the time I walked around there, I was too tired to keep going, and it was almost closed, so we just left. But basically it goes from the very beginning, and talks about Africa prior to the slave trade. It talks about the beginnings of the slave trade, and goes through history and talks about the experiences on the boats, and like it has like where they have people speaking from, I guess, memoirs of slaves, of people who survived, and just talking about what happened. But it really puts into perspective that there were millions of people forcibly kidnapped from various countries in Africa, and that, you know, people died at every step of the way. So people died as they were being walked to the coast to get on the boats. A lot of people died in crossing the ocean. Initially, slaves, the average lifespan of a slave was 7 years. And so, like, for, like, because Aldi and I they did our ancestry, and it goes back to a plantation in Georgia. So, like, our family, to get here and for us to be here, like, they had to survive through so much. And so that makes me feel proud of our history, and is definitely something that I didn't have a real perspective on. But then it even goes through the rest of Black history. It talks about how right after the Civil War, at the beginning of Reconstruction, Black people were participating in government, were building towns and communities for themselves. There were over 1,500 elected Black people in the country within like a year or so of the Civil War ending. And then white people specifically, I guess, worked to make that not happen. So that's when, like, they were killing people for voting, and, you know, doing all these sort of things to purposely and specifically prevent Black people from participating in the government and participating in the economy. But that made me feel proud too, that, you know, a people can go from being enslaved and uneducated largely to participating and continuing to contribute to their society, and trying to build and become a part of it. So that was really interesting. And then they go through the rest of history up through the Civil Rights Movement. And I think the thing about that part of it was that it was so recent.
Right.
Like, this is the 1950s and 60s. And in that moment, all I was thinking about were, like, all those people, like the people in the pictures who are, like, jeering at Ruby Bridges and you know, fighting so hard against the Civil Rights Movement and the Civil Rights Act. And that was, like, those people, like, where are those people today? Like, they're still here and they're still around. And I think that is, like, to really put that into perspective of that, you know, my grandfather and grandmother were part of the generation that was integrated when they were in high school, you know. So that was interesting. And yeah, I also learned that actually Black people had the right to vote since 1865 or 1867, one of those. But I guess in my mind, I always thought it wasn't until like the 1960s, which I guess in hindsight doesn't make sense, but I just wasn't super clear on that part of history. But it was that legally they were allowed to vote, but they were systematically prevented from voting, of course. So yeah, so it definitely has a lot of history. It was very, very, very well done and just very honest about the realities of it. So it was a lot of reading to take everything in, but it's definitely a really good trip. And they have like, so you go in and you go like down an elevator to the bottom, and then you walk up and they have like ramps all the way up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely worth a visit. Definitely be prepared to do a lot of reading. Like, you definitely move through very slowly, and be prepared to be surprised, because everybody will learn. Everybody short of like an African American studies major will learn a lot by going through there. But yeah,
I'm glad to hear. I'm planning on going on Friday, and I haven't been before.
Okay, but cool.
I went to the Native American Museum a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was so upset. I thought they did a horrible job, and I was worried that I was just hoping that they've done a better job with the African American Museum.
Mhm. I haven't been to the Native American Museum yet, but I should go.
It's really mad.
Yeah, so
there wasn't much there, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the two biggest, what's the word, exhibitions?
Mm-hmm.
One was on the Incas, which that's great, but like, there wasn't much on North American Indians.
Right.
I mean, Americans, I'm sorry. And then the other one was a really great exhibit, but it was only a temporary one. It was a Native American photographer, and it was a display of his pictures.
Okay.
But that was temporary. I think it's only through June.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest was like, it was written in a very young, kind of cliche, romanticized, like, kind of toward an elementary school kid or middle school kid kind of level.
Mm-hmm.
And like the other exhibits, like there was one I was interested in going to because it was about like Chesapeake Native Americans, and I thought, okay, well, that's local to me, I'll learn more about them.
Yeah.
And there were literally 3 plaques in a hallway. And like, so it was just, I don't know, I just felt like it was really disrespectful, and an opportunity, like, this is the National Museum for Native Americans, and it's called the American Indian Museum, not even Native American.
Okay.
And like, it's Smithsonian, like, I would expect better of them, but I felt like they really threw away an opportunity to show respect and show that they valued these cultures, and any make any attempts toward reconciliation or education or celebration of these cultures. Like, it just was, I felt like it was really poorly done. So I don't know, I wouldn't say don't go, but I was pretty disappointed and pretty upset by it.
Right. So I guess I'm gonna have to knit a while before I'll be able to figure out if this is twisted. I don't know, cause it's like really like it's so big, it's like all scrunched up on the cable. So I don't even know. I mean,
what size circulars are you using around?
I measured it, and from tip to tip, it's 40 inches. I'm gonna eventually go to Fiber Space and see if I can get, if they have longer ones. I don't know what the like maximum size is though. And they're just size 8 needles. But yeah, I'll probably have to get a few inches in before figuring out whether it's twisted or not. And I think since I'm going to cut it anyway, it might be okay. It'll just get like unwieldy. Like, I'm not sure how that works.
What do you mean you're going to cut it?
So it's going to be a Fair Isle blanket. And Fair Isle, it's easier to knit in the round than to try to purl it. And so what you do is like you reinforce like a line of stitches on both sides, and then you cut in the middle, and that way they won't unravel. And so that's why you use like a rustic wool with a lot of grab to it with Fair Isle knitting, because that it not unraveling is important. And like over time, like over 10 years, the inside of it felt a little bit to make it an even sturdier and warmer garment.
Do you reinforce it with the sewing machine, or do you crochet it up?
I'm gonna try to the crochet method. I only peripherally Googled how to steek so I could figure out if I needed to leave extra stitches, which you do. You leave a row of 5 stitches. So I have, or a column of 5 stitches. So I have 2 of those because I have to cut it in 2 places.
Okay.
Because I'm just making it up on my own. I wrote out, so I grabbed 2 from this book. It's called 200 Fair Isle Motifs. And so I'm using, the main part is the some arrows, which are right here, and you can't see that too well. But yeah, so not arrows, feathers. And that'll be the main part, and I'm just going to do the feathers in navy blue and switch color in the middle. And then in between the feathers will be these arrows.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And the gray part is going to be the navy blue, and this part I'm going to have one color going one way, and then right after that I have another color going the opposite way. So I just, where's my journal? I just sketched out and wrote out what the so I did the colors. Well, y'all won't be able to see that anyway. I sketched it out and did like what colors I wanted to do, because I dyed 14 colors for the blanket that I was gonna do. So yeah, so that's what this is gonna be, because I was trying to knit the Persian Dreams worsted blanket, and it was just a hot mess. Like with the increases, it was too much. So yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm like, because this is like a heirloom level thing to make, you know?
Yeah, that's gonna be really nice.
And I'm just using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, which is perfect because it does have that the grab to it, the stickiness, and also when it's washed, it actually is really nice and soft. Have you guys been watching anything good on TV?
I just have been watching. Do you know Homeland? It's. I just like mail ordered the DVDs from Netflix.
Okay.
So I'm behind. Like I haven't caught up to all the seasons, but I like it. It's Claire Danes is the main actress. I saw her in Temple Grandin and was really impressed. So I think that's how I found this show.
Okay.
And it's actually a show that Obama said he really liked. So I thought that was interesting because it's about she's a CIA agent with bipolar disorder.
Okay.
Kind of working in counterterrorism stuff.
Gotcha.
So I've been watching that.
Interesting.
Anything too cool? I did see an episode of Catfish though that was really interesting.
What happened in it?
This girl, like, she got catfished by like the worst possible person. Like this, she was like 21 maybe, and this is like a mid-40s creep.
Ooh.
Who's like posing to be some young guy with tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got there, like he brought out a ring to give to her, and and Max was like, you know, she doesn't want you, right? Like, even if she did accept the ring, I wouldn't let her accept it.
Right.
Like he was going off about it, but yeah. And the girl, I guess she was so embarrassed she didn't even do the check-in. You know, they do like a couple months after a check-in to see where the people are at.
Yeah.
She didn't even go to check in. I guess she just wanted to put it behind her, you know.
Did she flake on them?
No, she went through the whole process and everything, and you know, after, she kind of made me upset though, because when she showed up and saw that it wasn't actually the real guy, she like basically started crying, like, and she couldn't communicate like the fact that you lied to me and you hurt me, and of course I don't want to be with you because you lied. You're not the person that I thought you were, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of hard to believe that someone would still be catfished nowadays.
Yeah, I agree.
Is the show, is it like a reality show or is it fictional?
I think it's like reality. It's definitely not fictional. So basically, the girl, she was dating someone, and they had talked on the phone and sent pictures, and they were like friends on Facebook, but the guy was posing to be someone that he wasn't. Contacted Catfish to get her in contact with the guy to see if he's actually who he says he was, or if it was someone else, and it turned out not to be the person she thought she was talking to.
And so the reason it's like less believable nowadays is because it's like these people have these crazy stories of like there's like always like some weird telephone situation going on, like they never actually like video chat with the person, and like they're like, these are situations where the people being catfished are like feeling like they're in love with these people, but like you've never even literally seen this person,
right? Or talk to them.
Right. So that's why it's just weird.
And they always come up with some excuses. Oh, I don't have a phone. Oh, I don't have this. Or, oh, we can't meet because of this. And it's like, it's so many red flags.
Right.
It's like, any reasonable person would be able to see the red flags. And it's like, why would you be such that you can't see the red flags and just stop, you know?
Yeah. And, like, people do this for years. Like, multiple years. Whereas me, it's like, when I was online dating, like, if within, like a week or so of talking, like, as soon as we like figure out that like we're maybe interested in going on a date, like that date needs to get scheduled. Like where there's not going to be like weeks and weeks of like calling and texting and whatever, because it's like until I've met you, like literally everything you say means nothing to me.
Right.
And that's just because like especially with dating, like you get to read off of people in person, not on some text message BS.
Or talking on the phone.
Right. So yeah, so
And the sad thing is, I feel like more people should be aware of the fact that anybody can pretend to be anybody on the phone or through the internet. So just because they have these pictures on Instagram doesn't mean that that's the person who they're saying they are.
Right. I watched the... Oh, was that your dog, Evelyn?
Yeah.
I watched the reunion show of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they still haven't gotten into the juicy stuff yet. And next episode is when Phaedra's gonna get exposed.
And which one is this? Is this episode 3 of the finale or reunion?
Yeah, reunion episode 3 of 4.
Okay. Alright. Only thing I know is I haven't seen any of the episodes, but I saw a preview where Portia said that Phaedra was the one that told her that Candy wanted to drug her.
Right.
Which would be like, first of all, why did Portia throw her under the bus like that? Second of all, did she actually say that? And if so, where did she get that information?
She made it up. And I think this is when, basically the point is that Phaedra's exposed in her lies and behind the scenes manipulation. And so, because they played a little clip, and now Rolo's shaking his collar next to the microphone. Come here, Pooh. Come here. They played a little clip of Phaedra saying, "We just talked about this the other day," and like being frustrated with Phaedra because Phaedra was not, I guess, saying the same thing that she said when they initially were talking.
You talking about Portia? She said she's the one who said we just talked about this the other day. So she was lying on the reunion show as well.
Phaedra was, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I didn't like when Andy himself came for Portia talking about she was a journalist. Like,
right. Like, literally you have gotten rich off of this bullshit television and you want to talk about someone gossiping, like doing a gossip blog. Get down. As not being legitimate. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Like, literally being so disrespectful of her.
Right.
Now,
I mean, she shouldn't have used the term journalist, but at the same time, you're just the host, so I'm going to need you to host and not comment on...
Oh, I thought you said you were just a hoe. You said you're just a host. Yeah.
Yeah. What you call it? What happened with Peter?
I don't know. He just got up and left. That's it.
Oh.
He was like being a little bit extra, but I mean, he didn't really say or do anything outrageous.
Okay, because I watched Bondi's review and she said that he looked like he was drunk.
Yeah, he did. And he was being like boisterous and like disruptive too. And
That's
then he just like whispered to Cynthia that he needed to leave and he got up and left.
Did you hear about the Netflix series?
What Netflix series?
It's like called 13 Reasons Why.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, everybody's been watching it at work. Apparently it's really good, but I kind of don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not interested at all.
Yeah.
One movie that is good though, and I don't even know where you can find it. I watched it with my friend and she streamed it on some random Russian site, but it's called The Edge of 17, and it's like an indie film, but it's really all the characters are really well written and very complex characters, but they're teenagers, so they're annoying and stupid, but it's like the fact that it causes that reaction is a reflection of how well done the movie was.
What was it called?
Right.
The Edge of 17.
Sorry, I still can't.
Oh, sorry, The Edge of 17.
Oh. I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
So why is YouTube basically like trying to force me to update?
Update what?
On my phone, it literally has a page and it says update for a faster, better YouTube, and an update button, and then it says continue using the old version in 30 seconds, and now it's counting down.
Oh. Because you need to update.
I mean, I guess, but I'll update when I want to update.
Well, I guess until then you'll just have to wait.
Yeah.
Hoo-wee. My foot is my leg has been hurting all day, and I don't know why. I didn't do anything to it. Oh my god, this is so exciting.
What?
My blanket.
You finished the round?
Oh yeah, this was the beginning. I'm almost at halfway. This is halfway. It's going a lot faster once you get to where you're knitting from knitting and not from the cast on, because the cast on is so tight. But so to cast this on, I did the 2-strand cast on where you just tie a knot, make a slip knot with both strands, put that on the needle, and that's not considered a stitch. You just cast on however many stitches you need, and you're using both the inside and outside of the ball to cast on, and then
I saw that one.
You pull the slip knot off the needle, and then one of the ends you just break.
Right, I've seen that strategy.
I just told you stronger.
Say that again?
Just to make it stronger?
No, it's so that you don't have to estimate how long your tail needs to be. Like for the long tail cast on.
Right.
I told you, I don't know what the name of the way I cast on is.
Mm-hmm.
But,
the backwards loop, I think.
What?
I think it's called the backwards loop cast on.
Yeah, that could be it. But ever since I learned how to do that, I do that one.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that one a little bit stretchier too?
It definitely looks different. I did both long tail and the backwards loop on this, so I'm gonna see if I can't show it to you so you can see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the backwards loop. Can you see it?
Yeah, hold it still. Yeah, you can see the little loops. Yeah, like they look like waves.
Mm-hmm. Right, but then if you do like the regular way, you don't have that. So I'll show you here.
Okay, yeah, it does look different.
See, yeah, so combination.
Mm-hmm.
But like for my scarf here, I just did the backwards loop, and actually you can tell it's actually pretty much more pronounced on here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it makes a nice detail, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it looks a little bit different.
Cool.
So I was worried about that for this one because I used both. I didn't estimate enough yarn.
Yeah.
To finish with the long tail, so then I YouTubed how can I continue to cast on without taking them off again.
Smart. Should give Mommy that tip if she ever decides she wants to use the yarn she bought.
Yeah.
For that cowl. I told her if she sent it back to me, I'd make her something out of it, since she doesn't seem to be ever planning to do anything with it. But then she said she felt bad about that. I was like, okay.
Next time we're up there, we'll just have to show her how to cast on and show her how to knit or whatever, so she'll go ahead and be able to do it, because I don't think she's able to teach herself how to do it.
Right. Yeah, she said she has to look up a video every time she sits down to knit. Evelyn, did you have a chance to look and see what shops you're going to visit at the festival?
I looked a little bit, but I need to look again. I don't have a good strategy yet. I just kind of browsed the page a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the list yet. I just saw on Instagram where people mentioned that they were preparing to go. Have you ever watched the Stranded podcast?
I think I've seen only one episode so far, but
I like her. I went back and started watching her from the beginning. That's what I've been watching lately. I've also been watching a lot of Sims 4 speed build videos.
Yeah, I've always find the Sims 4 very entertaining.
Yeah, but then go ahead.
I would probably play, but I don't have enough time.
Yeah, I sat down to play The Sims 3, and then I was bored. I was just I can't do this.
Right, it's more entertaining to watch other people play at this time.
And knit while I do that.
Exactly.
I have so many things to knit. Not enough time. Did I tell you I finished the shawl?
The yellow one?
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. You finished it? When did you finish?
On Sunday?
I need to take this call, so I think I'm gonna head out for the night.
Alright, thank you for joining us. It was good to hang out with you for a little bit. We'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Alright, have a good night.
You too. Bye.
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 I think I finished it on Sunday.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And I pinned it out to block yesterday. I need it to be the weekend again.
Yeah, this week, my schedule changed, so I'm trying to get used to working 10:15 to 7, but I'm still waking up at 6 o'clock. So.
Do you just knit then?
Well, this morning I was rather sick, so I tried to nurse myself back to health, and I still ended up coming in 30 minutes early today, but yesterday I got there at my regular time, 8:15.
Mm-hmm.
I just worked 8:15 to 7 because, I was up anyway.
Right.
So, I think I'm going to keep the habit of waking up early.
Yeah.
I like it. I have more time to get ready in the morning and stuff, and I don't feel rushed. Another thing is that I don't have to set my alarm clock.
Right.
It's funny because I didn't set it Sunday night or Monday night, and both times I still woke up naturally at 6 a.m.
That's interesting.
Right, and I actually got better quality sleep than when I do set my alarm clocks, because I know, like, there's the pressure of, oh, I have to get up and I have to make sure I get there on time, you know?
Yeah.
So.
That's fair.
I know if the sun comes up before I have to get up and get ready for work, then I'll be awake. Because the sun really wakes me up.
My stream health just went yellow, but I don't know how to fix it. I didn't end up getting a new encoder.
That's fine.
Oh, it just went back green. Okay.
Let me measure. Where's my measuring tape?
Your dances with wolves measuring tape?
Yep, that's what I'm looking for. What you call it? I lit up my energy candle from Bath and Body Works, and it's so strong. Even with my nose being congested, I can still smell it so strongly.
Are you energized?
Yes, I am.
That's something you can get me for my birthday. A candle from Bath and Body Works.
So I'm at 8 inches.
Nice. What color are you on?
Purple.
And then how big is each color? Like how wide is each stripe?
Each one is a little bit over 1 inch.
So it would be.
It looks like in order to be 9 inches. Yeah, 9.1 inches. So it looks like I'm gonna end up ending on gray, and then I'd have to do the edge ribbing in purple.
That would be cute. But if you want to mirror it, I would probably stop where you are, because it will grow a little bit, and it is pretty big.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have a lot of yarn left?
Yes, I have this much in this skein.
Are you're making gloves too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have the rest up here. Let me get it. So it's my hat. I still have one whole skein left that's been untouched.
Okay, cool.
And I showed you the rest of the purple that I have, and this is the rest of the gray that I have for this skein.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you didn't use it yet. For a stripe.
Right. So I think it would work out if I just do another round of gray and then end up doing the ribbing on in purple. And then I'll have like a whole skein and a little bit more for my gloves.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I think that'll work out well too.
I'm excited. I thought this was going to take me until next winter to finish, but I'm actually doing pretty well.
Yeah. So,
and after I finish this cowl, I believe I'm going to start on Grandpa's sweater before I do the gloves, because I've just like been putting projects in between. So, and I definitely want to get started on my blanket. But again, like I need some Well, this if I finish this, that'll free up a project bag, but I'm definitely gonna need another one.
I'm gonna do a knit along, like a knit something hot or make it hot or something like that. From June 21st to August 21st. And it's basically gonna be to like make something where it's like way too hot to make it during the summer. So it's like a blanket is a great idea for that.
Right.
And like I'm gonna like accept like works in progress, but it would be cool for you to finish that during that time.
What, the blanket? Yeah, I could definitely save that for that event. Because it's going to be complicated because it's basically made in squares. And once you do the squares, then you have to like put the squares together. But each square can use like more than one color. So I'm going to definitely need like a bag to keep all of that together.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I haven't started that, but...
There are these cute bags on Craftsy that have like some metal structure to them. I'll send you a link.
Alright.
Man, my leg is killing me, and I don't know why.
Yeah, my knee was hurting earlier, but I was taking the stairs up to my work. I taking the stairs because I'm on the 4th floor now.
Yeah.
And my knee was bothering me a little bit, so.
Gotcha.
I can't wait till that blanket gets big.
I can't wait to find out that I did not, in fact, twist the stitches.
Right.
Because you feel my pain, because you went through this too.
Definitely.
Except your stitches were twisted the first time.
I know exactly how you feel. Well, the first time I wasn't looking for it. I just cast them on and then I started knitting. But then I realized once I was about an inch in that it was twisted.
Right.
So the second time I looked for it and I double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked, and then started and kept checking, and it turned out to work out.
I think if it ends up being twisted, I might just like knit with 2 circulars, or I might just like, I'm definitely not gonna start it over. Because with 2 circulars, what you could do is have it where they split be at where the stitches are twisted. And so that would make it a lot easier to maneuver. Because this thing is going to get huge. And really wide, because I'm doing like 2 widths. So the blanket, it should end up being, I think, 60 by 72.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be 60 by 72. But what I'm knitting right now is 120. What I'm going to knit will be 120 inches round and 36 inches tall.
Is it going to be a circle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to steek it and cut it into 2 rectangles, and then I'm going to Kitchener them together so that it'll be joined in the middle. So the blanket's going to mirror itself.
Right.
But what that does is ensure that I don't run out of colors.
Yep. What you call it? Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly enjoying knitting this cowl, and I'm kind of upset that it's going to be over soon.
That's great. That's a great knitting experience.
Yeah.
Oh yay, I'm almost ready to start on the fair aisle.
I know the gloves are going to be difficult, though, just from looking at the pattern. Well, this pattern itself was pretty difficult, I'd say, because it'll give you instructions to do something, but won't tell you how to do it.
Right.
So.
That's real.
Did you see any of the Met Gala outfits?
Yeah. Somebody was wearing a bunch of feathers that looked nice. Blake Lively.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's this meme of Puff Daddy sitting on some steps and then a woman in a big black dress. But I didn't understand what was funny.
Well, yeah. I saw that as well. I didn't see anything too impressive, in my opinion.
Was Kim Kardashian there?
Probably. Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, she was. She was wearing a simple white dress. Rihanna's dress looked like it had, like, pant legs sewn onto it, and I didn't understand why, like, it was so big. I liked her hair, though, and her makeup was very pretty. Did you see Serena's green dress?
Yeah.
She looked cute.
Oh, they were at the Met Gala?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
What is that anyway? Like, what kind of event? Do you know?
Yeah, it's like a crazy costume party for musicians.
Oh, that's it? Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's so pretty. Oh, no, that's Zendaya.
Oh, yeah, I liked her dress too.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my first color, which I need to look and see what that's gonna be.
You're about to start with your aisle now?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
3 and 8. And I'm the idiot who wrote numbers instead of... But that's okay, because I have the solution. Actually, I can pull it up on here.
Loki is yelling at me.
About what?
I don't know what he's trying to say, but give me a second here.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go here soon because I do have some homework to look over.
What?
Ha! Did you see his ears perk up? Do it again.
What? Loki?
Did you see that?
What? Hey, Lokes. Aw. Rolo. So my first color is white, and then the blue color.
I think he recognizes your voice.
Oh. Hey, Lokes. Loki. Hey, Lokes. How are you, cutie? How are you, cutie? Rolo's mad because I'm somehow giving someone that's not him attention. Even though we're the only ones here.
Right.
Rolo. Snugglebug. Oh, Loki looks like he's in heaven. Is that all he wanted? Some attention?
I think so.
That's all Rolo wanted too.
Say hi to Rolo.
Hi, Loki. Hi, cousin. Rolo's like, don't embarrass me, bitch. Loki's so cute. Oh, he's relaxing. He's snuggling. What's that, cheese?
No, a shredded carrot.
Dogs like carrots.
He didn't eat it. He likes the baby carrots.
It's okay, Loki. I don't like carrots either. When are your classes? Like, is there a specific time?
No. Basically, they gave us a schedule of when all of our assignments are due.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
So you have like a lecture and reading and stuff to do in between, so you can do the assignments.
Yeah. So I have like we had an introduction forum where we had to introduce ourselves, and then we have to respond to so and so number many classmates on the discussion forum, and then we also have we're supposed to watch these videos or review these chapters of the book. And then we have a quiz at the end of the week, and for my other class I have to do the same thing, post it's like a short essay.
Okay.
Post it, and then we also have to respond to our classmates' short essays as well.
And what's the class that you're taking?
Statistics and public speaking. So for public speaking, I'll have to do 2 video speeches, I guess. Stations. But for statistics, that's the one where I have chapter 1 to do this week, and we have a quiz at the end of the week.
Cool. That's really awesome.
Thanks. And statistics also, they give us case studies that we have to have a short answer type essay answer to.
Awesome. Alright, well, I will let you go so you can get to your homework.
Alright. He's trying to lick me.
He looks good with his haircut.
Thanks.
Bye, Lokes.
Say it again.
Bye, Lokes. Loki. Bye. I can't speak to him in a normal tone of voice. Alright, I'll see you.
Alright, bye, Brooke.
Bye. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, please subscribe. And we do this every Tuesday. We're here 8 to 10 p.m. EST, and we're just knitting and crafting and hanging out. And definitely join us anytime.